Welcome back inside the Media Center here at the CPKC Women's Open. I am pleased to be joined by sponsor Invite Gabby Ruffels. Gabby, welcome to your first, I believe, CPKC Women's Open, and also to Vancouver. What is it like being a sponsor invite this week at the CPKC Women's Open?
Yeah, it's great. I was super excited to get the invite. I know that this is one of the bigger events on the LPGA schedule, so I was super excited when I found out that I was going to come here. I was here a couple months ago for my U.S. Women's Open qualifier, actually, so which I got through. I qualified, so I have good memories from Vancouver, and it's nice to be back.
What do you like most about kind of this side of Canada, of Vancouver in general? I mean, thinking of the U.S. Open qualifier, but just in general, coming back to this edge of Canada.
Yeah, it's so pretty here. I have a host family that I stayed with last time. They live in West Vancouver, and it's probably one of the nicest places I think I've ever been. And just the mix of city and the forest and the views out here are just amazing. And yeah, really enjoying being back.
For you, I know it's been a fun couple of weeks on the Epson Tour. You most recently clinched your card for 2024. What did that week, coming off of your latest win, being able to clinch 2024 status, what has the last couple of weeks been like for you?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Last week was very nice. I spent it at home in Palm Springs, and just knowing that I have I guess that security of LPGA membership next year is, it was such a cool feeling, and it's something that I've worked for ever since I turned pro in 2021, and to finally have it and, you know, kind of sealing the deal with a win as well felt really good.
You've really taken in stride this past season, really cementing yourself on the Epson Tour, preparing yourself. What has the season been like as you prepared not only for next year, but events like the CPKC Women's Open?
Yeah, it's been great. I think that the Epson Tour doesn't get enough recognition for how good it is, and the level of players out there, they're great. You know, from all over the world, and it's really high competition, and you have to play well to win. And I think that's really, I feel like I've really improved in that environment, in that competitive environment, and, you know, having those experiences of learning how to win as well. Which I wasn't really exposed to. I guess my first couple years as a pro has really benefited me, and hopefully can, I know will help me next year.
All right, we'll open it up to questions. Start with Adam down here.
Hey, Gabby. Congrats on obviously a fabulous season on the Epson Tour. Why 3 wins? What's been going well for you?
I think that there's no real key, I guess. A lot of people have been asking me, what have you done? I think it's just a culmination of the past couple years and working super hard and just kind of having that confidence of good results. And I feel like I've just kind of carried that momentum with me this whole year. Haven't really changed much or done much different. I guess it's just kind of all my hard work coming to fruition, I guess, and then a bit of confidence and kind of rolling with momentum.
How much of the golf course, Shaughnessy, have you seen already this week?
I've played 18 holes. I played 18 holes on Monday and then the front 9 yesterday.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's a great course. I feel like it's a typical northwestern golf course. Greens are small, tree-lined. It's in great condition. Greens are going to be pretty fast, I'd say. And I think it's going to be a challenge for sure.
Gabby, you mentioned you did the U.S. Open qualifier not far from here at Vancouver Golf Club. Do you see similarities between that course and this one, and how would you compare them? Do you think this is a more difficult setup than what you faced at the U.S. Open qualifier?
Yeah, definitely see a lot of similarities. Vancouver Club probably has more elevation changes than out here. That's probably the biggest difference, but it's your typical northwestern golf course like what I said. Tree line, there's a few holes that are, you know, wider, a few that are more narrow, probably a bit more narrow out here. Got to pick your targets and hit greens, and I feel like even the green complexes out here are quite undulating and tough, so I don't think scores will be that low. I think it will be a challenge for sure.
Any other questions here in the room? I know for me, just kind of going off of this being your first CPKC Women's Open and now having kind of the pressures off of, you know, securing that tour card for next year, are there any expectations coming into an event like this, knowing that it is a stacked field among yourself?
I mean, I'm not one to set goals, I guess. I kind of just know what I can control and just kind of try and do that each week. But it is a really, really strong field, and it's almost like has kind of a major feel out here. And yeah, I mean, Golf Canada and Canada in general has really got around this event. It's great to see that, and the hospitality this week has been amazing. And I can see why they have the best players out here this week. It's already been a great tournament, and it's only Wednesday. So no, I'm excited to kind of see how, I guess, my game stacks up against the best in the world.
And I got to ask, are you a hockey fan, and what is your kind of thoughts on the 17th hole?
You know what? I'm sorry, you lost me there. I'm not. I wish I was. I might get a little bit more into it after visiting Canada a couple times. But no, it was really cool, the 17th, and I've heard that they get super loud on the 17th hole. And kind of seeing how it's kind of set up like a skating rink or something is pretty cool. That's a nice kind of addition to the hole, and I'm excited to play it.
I think what's really interesting is the host family situation in West Vancouver. How did you come across that family? How have you come across kind of staying with them as you visited this side of Canada?
Yeah, I'll give them a little shout out. It's a family that we knew from Palm Springs. They live in Palm Springs, and my parents also live in Palm Springs, and we're members of the same course. And I played golf with them a lot, and coming to Vancouver, I thought it would be great to stay with them. And they have a beautiful home in West Vancouver, beautiful spot, and enjoyed it so much last time that I wanted to stay there again.
How much more comfortable does that make you as a player, being able to stay with people that you know? I mean, you've traveled all around the states, all around the world, basically, to play golf. But when you're able to come to a place that you have some level of comfortability, I mean, what does that do for your confidence as a player?
For sure, and I feel like this family especially is kind of like a second family to me, and it's so nice to be able to come home to something. So many weeks on the road, you go to a hotel, and it can get lonely. And going back to a nice host family, you just have that company and, just talk about things other than golf, and it kind of takes your mind away. And I really, really enjoy that aspect.
Will there be any celebrations with this host family as you kind of celebrate the last week of since you've become a member? Have there been any celebrations as you've secured your 2024 card?
Not yet with this host family, but maybe soon. I don't know. But last night, a couple of the Australian girls got together with my trainer as well from Golf Australia, and they gave me a little cake that said "Welcome to the LPGA." So that was nice of them. It was nice to see that, I guess, country support, home country support, and yeah, I guess that's been kind of the bigger, I guess, celebration.
Has anyone how many people have reached out since kind of the news of you clinching? What were some of the most favorite messages you may have received since then?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have reached out. They know how big, of a deal or goal this was for me. Who have reached out? I don't know.
We saw Kari.
Yeah, I'll give Kari a shout out. Kari, wow, that was pretty cool. She's been a huge support to me and all the other Australian female golfers. So yeah, I guess that was probably the coolest.
To have that country support out here, I mean, even when you're coming to an event as a sponsor invite, I mean, what is that like to be able to have kind of dinner with the girls, with Hannah, with Minji, with all of them that kind of have, shown the light of Australian golf over the last couple of years?
Yeah, it was great, and I feel like I need to rely on them a bit more, ask them a few more questions, kind of pick their brain, especially non-golf stuff with travel, and I was having a few rental car issues this week, so they gave me a few hints, and definitely need to pick their brain a bit more about life on the road. But it's great to have that support, and they're some of the nicest girls out here, and yeah, it's awesome to have a group of girls that that you can go to.
And of course, I know we've got this course ahead of us this week. You talked a little bit about what you think of this golf course, how it compares to the qualifier that you played a little bit ago. What do you do from the moment this interview ends until you tee off tomorrow? Is it going back, working on a couple of things, or are you just going to let the golf speak for itself?
Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit. I mean, I have a Pro-Am at 12:30 today. I'll just play 9 holes, see the course again, see the back 9. And then I'll just kind of touch up on a few things. I will just go to the range after, do a little bit of chipping, and do a little bit of putting, and then kind of good to go. I have an early one tomorrow, so have an early night.
All right. I think that will do it for us in here. Thank you, Gabby, for coming through.
Thank you.